From the time that I was at my lowest to the day that I decided to change my life, it was 1,588 days. That's a long time. That's a long time to not want to wake up.
Good morning, ladies.
Being a young farmer in 2025 is extremely lonely. There's not many of us around. It feels like you're alone. People don't take you seriously sometimes. People just think, oh, it's just a hobby farm. That's what you see on social media. People, homesteaders, and that's great. I'm all for that, but it's tough when you're dumping your entire life into it. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot. There's my family's well-being, the future of the farm. If we don't keep pushing to progress, then we're not going to be able to continue. Being a fourth generation farmer here, it puts a lot of weight on your shoulders because your family has bent over backwards for a property that has your last name tied to it. And you know that if you don't work just as hard as they did, that you're going to be the last one. I was just talking to my dad about this the other day. He tried his best to make the farm really grow, but the farming world is a very fast growing, especially in technology. So they quickly just kind of became undertaken by new technology, and he didn't have the facilities to really grow and keep going. So he had to sell his cows and stop milking cows and find a new job, and that was his life. So I'm sure he had a hard time with that. I know he did. He's still very involved. He comes over almost every day, gets to help with cows, help to see the farm grow. I know it wasn't an easy life for him, and for him to sacrifice that so that I have the opportunity is huge. That weight, it's crazy. We try our hardest to do our best, and that's most of the days that's all we can do. So if I can keep my head on straight and remember that, then it's great. But there's just days where it makes you feel like you're sprinting at full pace and not going anywhere. It's probably 2 summers ago I was making hay, and I was like, this just isn't it for me. I just started noticing that the sun didn't make me feel as happy as it did before. The calming hum of the tractor was not as soothing as it used to be. I was just losing motivation. I was losing strength. I was losing enjoyment in my life. And I think a lot of it was just from the pressure of trying to take the farm over. And that really started a snowball of effects. And it just drained me. It took me out from my knees and just crippled me. I was struggling with suicidal thoughts. I was struggling with day-to-day tasks. And it took my wife to look at me and say, this is a problem, and we're not going to be able to have kids until you can take care of this. It's going to affect generations. So when I started to see a therapist, we started to do a lot of digging, and there was a lot more to it than what I ever thought there would be. And when you learn about what you're actually experiencing, you look back across your childhood, and you're like, oh no, I've been dealing with this my entire life. The hardest thing about therapy for me was ripping all the Band-Aids off and exposing the wounds and not putting the Band-Aid back on. Exposing the wounds and then dealing with them, cleaning them out, really emptying the problems and trying to fix it versus just keep putting a Band-Aid over it. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I put myself and my family through it. It's just one of those things that it's in my blood. I feel like I kind of have to do it. The world needs it. The world needs to eat. The community needs to eat. And this is our choice as a farming family, that we're going to take care of the things that have been granted to us, and we're going to do our best at it.